Hey, everybody, I'm Greg.
And I'm Katy. Welcome to the Meeple Society. Today we are going to do our Gen Con wrap up. But before we get started, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon if you want notification of future content.
And follow the link below to get all of our social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. There's too many. Discord.
Merchandise.
And merchandise.
You don't have a shirt
I
on.
don't have merchandise. Merchandise. You can buy a hat. There you go.
Okay.
Cool stuff.
Anyway, all right. So we wanted to get this out a lot earlier than this, but
we're recording a week after Gen Con started.
We are.
It took us that long of a time to recover, I think.
Yeah, I have been so tired this week. So yeah. But anyway.
So our Gen Con technically started on Tuesday.
Yes. We had a friend come in from Virginia.
Yep.
Jeff from Tabletop Toolbox. You guys have seen him on our channel before with the 24-hour marathon.
You've seen him on Dice Tower.
Yep. Jeff came in on Tuesday because he was working with the Dice Tower this week, and he stayed here with us to save a little bit of money.
Yep.
Wednesday, we both had to work. Technically, so did he. Because he was down at the convention center
helping
with setup. Yep. And then Wednesday evening or Wednesday afternoon, we had another friend come in from the Phoenix area, Matt. We met Matt at Dice Tower West and have become fast friends with him as well. Yep. So that night after Jeff got back from dinner out with the Dice Tower crew and such, we sat down and played a game of ice. We've talked about ice a couple of times in the past. Super neat Kickstarter.
We got an unboxing. Yeah. Check it out.
So really neat Kickstarter that we got. So we introduced both of them to that. So that officially kicked off Gen Con for us on Wednesday evening. So on Thursday, now before we really get started, I kind of wanted to touch just a little bit about this particular Gen Con. Now, obviously for the last 2 years, Gen Con has been
slowly climbing
a empty shell of its former self,
because 2021 we did not go.
We did a virtual. We did one of the game store Gen Con remote, whatever, I don't remember what they called it now.
Pop-up Gen Cons.
Pop-ups, thank you. We did that and met a really neat couple from Fort Wayne, which we've kept in touch with, so I don't regret doing that in the least. But last year we did go.
We went on
Sunday only and came home with COVID. So whatever.
What do you do?
So I'm really hoping I've worked from home all week this week just in case. So far so good.
But this year we did all 4 days.
Yes, this year we did all 4 days. This was, in case you have not heard, this was a record-breaking year.
Yep.
They estimate attendance at just over 70,000 people. Now, obviously, the exact numbers are not out yet. I honestly don't know when they usually come out. It's usually not for a couple of weeks, at least, I don't think. But the previous highest attended year, if that's not the right way to say that, but you know what I mean, was 2019 at 68,000.
And that was the 50th, right?
I think so. I don't remember exactly what year was the 50th, but that was 68,000, and they're estimating this year to be about 70,000. So they sold out of 4-day badges on Thursday. Saturday badges had sold out prior to that.
Was it?
So yeah, Saturday badges had sold out a while back. I remember hearing that on the news.
I don't know if Sundays sold out, but
I don't think so.
And Sunday did not seem to be as
I don't think Sunday seemed
busy as we thought it would be.
No, it really did not. And even then, by noon, it was really emptying out. But regardless, huge amount of people. Part of this, and what a lot of people are speculating, is that a good chunk of this was people coming in specifically for Lorcana. Disney Lorcana, put out by Ravensburger. Everybody knew it would be huge.
Yes.
I don't think. Well, Ravensburger had a setup on Thursday morning, and I read somewhere that despite the setup, security essentially disassembled it.
Yeah, and they said, no, there's no line. Everybody comes in the same door at the same time.
So
big mistake.
It was a huge mistake. So I don't know where the official blame is going to fall eventually, but I know people were trampled. It was a big thing, and I was very happy not to be in the middle of that. Lorcana is not something that even came across my thought.
Were they trampled, or were they just getting pushed around?
Oh no, there was one lady whose leg got trampled. I read there was another gentleman in one of the motorized scooters that literally got tipped over.
Oh geez, yeah.
So it was not good. The rest of the week, Ravensburger put a plan in place, and it stuck. So, and it was handled very, very well. From
even though the lines went all the way out of the from one end of the convention center to the other end, and out the door, and starting to go down the sidewalk.
The line was easily a quarter of a mile, if not half a mile long. Yeah, it was huge. So, regardless, we did not get any of the Lorcana stuff.
Well, we're not big into the CCGs.
I don't like CCGs or TCGs or whatever they're calling it. Well, that's just it. I've heard
collector's card game.
I've heard trading card game too. Regardless, we didn't stand in line. My original thought process was there is not a game on earth that would make me stand in that line and wait for 6 hours or longer, because the line started at 6 p.m. on Thursday night. But I could just go to my store and pick it up in 2 weeks. Maybe. Touche. How long did it take us to get heat? But regardless, we did not get involved in that crowd. So I was bad enough just walking by it. So that was essentially the biggest news coming out of it. Now, one piece of news I have read since, Gen Con has extended their contract with the city of Indianapolis up through 2030. Mostly because they are building a new 800-room hotel
with adjacent. A humongous ballroom.
Yep, with a humongous ballroom right over Pan Am Plaza, I believe it was.
Yep. If you've ever been to Gen Con, Georgia Street, which is straight out from the main entrance, where the food trucks used to be, there was that one building. There was like a coffee shop in the base of it, and behind it was a flatter building, which was actually a roller skating rink, and then a plaza. Well, that whole area there is now going to be a hotel.
Yep. The other big news from this one is they did move the trucks, which
I think first
I think a lot of people complained about it because it was a further walk. But personally, I think it worked great.
But again, if you've ever been to Gen Con, you know how chaotic it was out there by the food trucks. There was no place to sit, no place to stand. The lines were
ridiculous, merging. They were so bad they were merging in some cases.
Well, now they moved them over in between the convention center and the stadium, like on the other side of the train tracks.
They used a spot that the Colts use every Sunday
for their
block parties. So it was a plan that was already set in place by the Colts. It just made perfect sense. The streets were lined with the trucks. The parking lot was filled with the trucks. There were seat places to sit out there and eat.
Yep.
It really worked.
Oh yeah, it had a bunch of picnic tables out there.
And the best part, for those of us local and driving in, it didn't block traffic on Capitol.
Yes, there was none of that
was
mobs rushing across and backing up traffic.
Yeah, that was nice. All right, let's get on with actual gameplays and our Gen Con haul, which is...
It was way too much.
You can tell we haven't bought a game since March.
Yeah. So first game we played at Gen Con.
First game we played
was in the dealer hall, wasn't it? No, not the dealer hall. It was in the Rio Grande room.
Yes. We went up and played a game of Dice Realms.
Yep.
Which we've all really enjoyed. Unfortunately, out of print. We did find a copy.
This is a game I've always been interested in, but just never got to play it.
Yep.
We were looking around. There was a few games open, and Dice Realms was open. I said, let's play this. Yep. I want to play this. I want to learn this game.
Yeah. So now the Rio Grande room, I really like this room. We have discovered it several years ago, and we always go in there.
It actually moved this year.
It did move a little bit, and that's okay. It's basically open play. The games are all set out on the tables for anybody who wants to sit down. It's all Rio Grande rooms. grand rooms, real grand games, but they have people there specifically to teach you the game, so you don't have to spend a lot of time in a rule book, which is great. So we actually got a few plays in that room. We got that one in, and we ended up getting another one later on. Yeah.
Actually, the first thing we did, we totally missed. Talked about first thing we met Paul. Sorry, Paul, I'm trying to remember your last name, but from Gempire. He is a designer for Gempire, a game that's heading to Kickstarter in a couple weeks, or I think he said 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
So like close to the end of September.
Yep.
It'll be heading to Kickstarter. We actually have a game playthrough and a rules breakdown, and we are getting ready to release the review of it too on our channel.
I will, yes.
But definitely a game you need to check out. He was extremely busy all weekend. Every time we looked over there, he had a full
table full of
people playing this game. It's a different style game.
It is. I've never played anything similar to it.
So
which is
check it out. Check out our
playthrough,
and check out the Kickstarter and backing. Need to be appreciative.
All right.
But yeah, we met him, talked to him. He gave us a little swag.
I think I already put it in the game. So
then we went upstairs and played.
Yeah, we did. Now, we only got 2 games played at the con that day. Well, 3. We got 3 games played at the con that day. The rest of the day we spent
walking around in the vendor hall.
The first couple hours we wandered around kind of back and forth, because otherwise if we had not, we would not have gotten the one game at all, because it sold out pretty fast.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah, we kind of jumped around.
We did jump around for the first couple hours, and then we just kind of started over in 3000 and went. Okay, so the other game we got to play, which we did end up buying on Saturday or Sunday, I don't remember. I think it was Sunday before we finally got over there, was a game called Town Builder, and I cannot pronounce this, Coevordin?
Coevordin.
I don't know. But anyway, we were passing by, and this gentleman was sitting there just kind of shuffling the cards in the demo hall.
And I made eye contact with him.
Right?
Want to play a game? It's like, wow, not creepy at all.
It was not that. Whatever. Anyway, so he sat down and taught us this really neat. Grab the game. Yeah, there we go. He taught us this really neat.
This is the deluxe version of it. This comes with its playmat.
It does. It's
and really... card sleeves.
Yes.
Custom card sleeves at that.
See, isn't that pretty? I love this.
I
promise I'm not going to open every box.
Yeah, it has custom card sleeves to show you what kind of game it is.
It wasn't that much more to just get the deluxe box.
$20,
which came with this, more. And it came with a promo pack, and it came with this beautiful box. So
with a really cool looking insert.
Yeah,
it's almost like a felt insert.
Yeah. So we splurged and got the big box. But anyway,
this is from First Fish Games.
First Fish Games. We really enjoyed the game, obviously, since we bought it.
Yes.
But we really enjoyed the game. Very appreciative to Albert, who taught it to us. Now, mind you, he won. But
hey, I was close.
You were close. You guys actually tied. He just had one more building than you did. So anyway, we picked up this one. That is the only other game we played actually in the convention center that day. So now, what other things we bought? You want to go through those real quick that day?
Sure.
Start off with our very first stop. Well, that was not our very first stop, but okay.
What was our first stop?
Palladium.
Oh, yeah. We stopped at Palladium Games. This is a role-playing game that we like.
Yep.
If you listen to our podcast, you'd hear me talking about it. But this is some new books for Chaos Earth. 2 of them I needed because I'm in the middle of putting together
We're going back to our roots.
Yeah, I'm putting together a campaign for it. And these were 2 books that I had seen previews of it, so I knew what was in them. It's like, I need those to continue my campaign. So, yeah. I also, they also had them
signed.
They're autographed by...
You can find the pages.
I got them autographed by the writers. So
nice.
Both of them are autographed. So
okay.
So yeah.
And I got me a couple pens.
And she had to have her pens.
I've got my pens. Okay.
Okay, so from there, did we go to Pandasaurus?
I think so. If not, it was fairly.
So we went to Pandasaurus and we picked up Sea Salt and Paper.
Yep. Neat little card game.
It is a cool game.
You're going to take some more plays.
I wasn't as impressed as everybody said it was. I know you and Matt really liked it. Yeah. I was just having trouble with it, I guess.
Well, it was late, and we played this one because that's why it's open already.
We played this one over in the Circus Center Mall.
Yeah, Circle Center, which is the mall that is attached to the convention center, actually had tables set up specifically for gamers to just come over and relax and game. It was great. Yeah. So we had dinner and pulled out sea salt and paper after dinner and just sat there and played before we wandered back over to the convention center and then finally home.
Yep.
So, but anyway, that is Sea Salt and Paper. Great little game from Pandasaurus.
This was on my list of games to look at. Yep. I looked at it with my hands by picking it up and paying for it.
We played this a couple nights later. I think we played this Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, when we got back from at home.
Friday. We played this Friday night after we got home. Yep. Interesting game.
Yes.
So it's
kind of... It has the same kind of mechanisms as Wayfarers has, by where you're trying to put the blocks together, but they don't stay on your board. After each round, they go away, and you're using those blocks to be able to
get resources
buy the monkeys, because you're a monkey in this.
Yeah.
It's after the humans have gone away, and now the primates are the monkeys.
It's technically a deck builder, resource management type game. Mm-hmm. So it's an interesting little game. Yeah, it was actually a lot of fun. I was impressed. We're gonna need to figure out where to put these when we're done.
Put them on the floor.
Okay, there we go.
They're on the floor. So that was. Did we purchase anything else that day? Oh, yes, we did. We purchased this before the doors to the
dealer hall
even opened. CEG had its own room, just kind of like Rio Grande did, but they had their store in there too.
Yes, so you could purchase.
So you could purchase CEG games before the dealer hall opened, and I don't think that first day many people realized that.
No, I don't think so.
Because we just walked right in. I walked right over. There it was. We picked it up and we had it.
Yeah.
The other days they were selling out within.
They had lines the rest of the week.
But that is Lost Ruins of Arnak, the Missing Expeditions.
Yes.
So we went there not intending to buy this.
No, we did not.
But they were selling. I think when I picked mine off the shelf, there was 3 left. So I was like, well, let's get it.
It makes it a cooperative game, and it's a cooperative scenario-based game now with that in it. And cooperative immediately will catch my attention. Always does. I'm looking forward to trying it.
So yeah,
it looks really cool.
That game. I'll put that down there. So that is pretty much. Is that everything we bought that day?
I don't remember what else we got that day, honestly.
I don't recall.
Oh, well, I know we had to have gotten this one because we played it that night at home. So let me see if I can dig this one.
Oh, yeah. Oh. This is when we actually met the artist for the game. So this is
Wild West. It was the only one that I went knowing I wanted to look at.
Yep.
And we did play it that night with Matt when we got back from the stadium, the convention center. Really enjoyed it. It's a dice. You roll dice to determine which rows you're allowed to look at. Which row or column you're looking at, and you can only look at the very first tile in that row or column. So then you're taking those tiles and putting them on your board, and some of those tiles have bandits on them, and you have to deal with the bandits or they do bad things, as bandits do. Okay. I don't remember when I picked up these. Matt, while we were there, I hemmed and hawed over the Quacks Quedlinburg deluxe upgrades.
You've been doing that for years.
I have been hemming and hawing on those silly things for years, yes. But the first few times we
couldn't bring ourselves to buying those because they cost more than the game did.
Yes, and that's why I've never bought them. And that night when we got home, Matt immediately put them into the game already for me. So the game is not new. We did not buy the game, but he did buy me all the lovely bags with the rounded bottoms and all of the boxes. Here, I'll just hold it up. See all the beautiful boxes and all the beautiful
Geek
bits. So now we have a full set. All right.
So next on Friday
morning, we got in there. Things were a little more civilized. Just as crowded when it came time for the rushing of the doors. But
as I say, the Lorcana line was in place.
But the Lorcana line was in place, and those people weren't rushing the doors.
Correct.
So, matter of fact,
took a lot out of the doors.
It took, that was.
It was. Don't get us wrong. It was still the mad rush into the doors.
It took a lot of the chaos out, though. And this, it took it back to normal. Yeah. All right. So that morning, you and I kind of ventured off on our own for a little bit. Matt was doing something else, and we played a game of Miller Zoo at I don't remember the name of the booth.
This was one that was a few different
publishers under one booth, and I don't remember what it was. But anyway, so we played Miller Zoo, and we're totally enamored with it.
Yeah, I think this is one that was on my list to check out.
Yeah.
And we played it, and I was like, wow, this is better than I thought it would. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a very light, family-friendly game.
Yes.
It is a co-op, and it's about a real zoo in Canada.
Yeah.
All the characters that you get to play are actually the zookeepers from the zoo.
We really had a good time with it. In fact, I stopped and taught it to somebody else after we'd picked it up. We were walking back out of the booth.
Oh yes, you didn't see that. The guy who actually taught us the game.
Yeah.
When you were teaching the game, one of the other designers that came in and tapped him on the shoulder and showed that you were teaching the game. And he goes, "Well, I guess I taught him correctly."
I did not know that. No, yes. That's awesome. So, okay, well then. But yeah, they were reading the rule book, and we had just played it.
And it was a family. It was mom and dad and the two little girls.
Yeah. So it was so simple. So I hope they enjoyed it. But anyway, so we ended up picking it up. Miller Zoo. We've already actually played a few scenarios.
And it has kind of the legacy-ish because there's envelopes that open up as you go through these adventures. There are more things.
You get harder animals.
You get harder animals. You get more. Yeah, you just get more stuff.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to playing some more of this.
It isn't so light that there's not that like, oh geez, we got to get this done. We're gonna run out. We're gonna run out. We won our first game by how many cards?
0.
Yes, we won it literally on the very last turn.
If we had to pull one card, we'd have lost the game.
Yep.
Which is what happened on the first game we played. We had to pull one more card. We were out of cards. But if you have smaller children. And this says 8 and up, but I think it's all symbols. There's no reading involved. So it's all just the iconography, and it's very simple. It's not complicated iconography at all. This is such a great family-friendly cooperative game.
And as you go through the scenarios, as things open up, even the characters you're playing are starting to upgrade. They're going to get certain things.
Yeah, and you have that choice. You don't have to make it harder. The game can grow and get harder with the kids as the kids grow.
And the guy that taught us the game told us, like, you could play this game. You could just open up all your envelopes and put them all out, put everything out there, and just play it that way. So I would rather discover it. So
So anyway, Miller Zoo,
great game,
highly recommended for families.
Yep.
All right. While we were there,
oh geez,
who was it that talked? Was it you or was it Matt that wanted to sit down? Yeah, Matt wanted to play Akropolis, and as you can see, we obviously enjoyed it.
Yes.
So Akropolis is this really neat city building game where you're getting points based on grouping stuff together, which sounds easy, and that part is easy, but you get even more points if you build up onto a second layer, but in the process you're covering things up potentially, but you're getting building materials to allow you to get different tiles to go down the line of tiles, kind of like in a Century Spice Road fashion. You have to drop you have to pay a stone for each one you cross. To score, though, you actually have to have scoring tiles.
Yeah.
They don't just score automatically.
Nope.
It's a multiplication type of scoring. I have 3 stars for my parks, but I only have 2 parks. I'm getting 6 points. So if you don't have any stars for whatever it
20 housing and I don't have any multipliers for it, I'm getting 0 points because 20 times 0 is 0.
0. Oh, I thought I heard things fall.
Yep.
But that's okay.
And it scales too. All the tiles are marked to how many players they play with.
But yeah, they're just little tiles like so. And you're starting with your beginning. So you start with a score for
a multiplier
for your residential.
Yep.
But it doesn't mean if you cover that up eventually, it's gone. It's just a really interesting game. So anyway, that's Akropolis. All right.
Okay. So
we did Friday. We went back up to the Rio Grande room. We played Butterfly. We played a couple games of Butterfly, actually. We played with Jeff, and he ended up buying it because he thought his daughter would really enjoy it.
This is a game Matt was wanting to play.
Yes.
When we was up there before. And I just kept looking at that game. I was like, this is a little kid's game.
But it was what was open.
Mm-hmm.
So we just sat down
to it was the only game open.
20 minutes of time. It's no big deal. And well, by the time we were done, Matt had joined us from whatever he was off doing.
Yeah,
and we played again.
When we was playing the first one, he asked where we was at. Hey, we're up in the Rio Grande room. We're playing Butterfly coming up. I know you want to play it.
Yeah.
So we played
again. And Jeff ended up buying it the next day.
I don't even think we were halfway through the first game. He goes, Mel would love this game. Mel being his daughter.
Yeah.
He would love this game. And he had bought it. Did he go down there and buy it that day?
I don't know if it was that day or later. I'm not sure, but regardless, he went home with it. We got in a game of Ecosystem, which was a little card placement tableau building. You place cards in a 4x4 grid, and they score off of each other based on their placement. It was an interesting little game.
I'm trying to think. What?
The only reason we sat down is because we were both needing to sit down. And it was open. The gentleman teaching it looked bored, so we sat down and joined him. But it was a cute little game. We did not end up buying it.
I'm thinking of a different game. I'm trying to think of Ecosystem now. Where did we play it at? In the dealer
hall? Yeah. It's all right. I'll show you a picture later. You'll remember later. Okay. We played a game called Savernake Forest. Young lady teaching it.
That's the game I was just thinking of.
Okay. The young lady teaching it named Abby sat down. She was nice enough. She was prepping for other games she was going to be demoing on, doing ticketed demos for. And Matt was with us and talked her into teaching us that one. So she sat down and played with us. But very interesting game. And again, this one you're laying cards down to make paths for different animals based on what they can eat. You're scoring basically.
But you can only have one animal in a path.
Yes, only one animal on a path. If you had more than one animal, only one of them got to eat. So
and the grid can only be a certain size.
Yeah, the grid was again a 4x4 grid. Yep. So very interesting little game. We met up with Doug and Mary from Co-op of Nerds. We picked up the stuff we walked over to.
Oh yeah, with Doug and Mary. We walked over to the consignment shop. So the first game I saw, I picked up was a game that we really wanted to get since we first seen it at Gen Con when it first came out.
And we played it at the retreat.
Well, yeah, it was sold out when we tried to get it. And then at the retreat, the first year we went to the retreat, which would have been 21.
With Jeff and somebody else.
But yeah, so this is all about building the city. And depending on the cards you're putting it beside is how it's going to score and everything. But yeah, we picked this up. So that was at the consignment shop.
I'll put it on your side. Okay.
And then, of course, we found one called A La Carte. This one we played on our way down to the Dice Tower retreat last year.
With a friend of mine from high school, yeah. It was one of her daughter's games that they pull out every once in a while.
This game's insane. When she first pulled it out, she was like, let's play A La Carte. And I was like going, this looks really dumb.
We had so much fun.
Yes, we laughed so hard playing this game.
And
I mean, when the game comes with a pan. And salt shakers.
Yep. Seasoning shakers.
Seasoning shakers. Okay. And your own little stove.
Yep. I think it's a cute little game.
It is. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it really is. So it's a lot of fun. So we saw that and I knew we would never see another copy.
Nope.
Matter of fact, I messaged Lisa to show her that we got it. She's like, are you kidding me? Did you buy it?
Yes, we did.
So
thanks, Lisa.
Anyway, so we picked that up at the consignment shop.
We got this. It was
Thursday. That on Thursday, actually. Yeah, we got 3-ring Circus.
Put the lid on this box.
I have no idea.
Christmas. Okay. Anyway,
we got Three Ring Circus. We actually got this on Thursday.
Yes, because when we went to go to Pandasaurus, picked up Sea Salt and Paper, we picked up him a copy, and he picked us up a copy of Three Ring Circus. On the opposite
side of the dealer hall.
So we were working as a team.
Yep, that's right. So anyway, those two were bought in conjunction on opposite ends. But anyway,
this is I really liked the play of this game. Katy did not like the ending to the game.
I liked the play. I don't like the fact that in the rule book there is no rule that says everybody gets an equal number of turns. It just simply says the game ends when
as soon as Barnum gets back to where they started at. Point. The game ends immediately.
I was last player, and see, it didn't even say that. It just simply said the game ends. That triggers the end of the game. But it never, and I think the wording was actually that triggered the end of the game. But it never said finish the round, play till everybody gets an equal number of turns. Nothing like that. As the last player, I don't agree with that. Not in this kind of a game where every turn counts. But anyway, I like the game. I would really love to get some clarification on that rule. So, but anyway, Three Ring Circus, it is a good game. No arguments there. It was actually one of the hot games at the convention center.
It sold out pretty quickly.
Yes, that was definitely one of the hot ones. I think these got picked up for Friday. I don't remember.
I think so.
In which case, Challengers did too. These were at Miniature Market?
Yes. Miniature Market had them for
Challengers. $2 a piece.
Now we went to Miniature Market because we had just demoed Challengers at the Spiel booth.
Yeah.
And we was like, okay, that's a pretty cool party game. Let's pick it up.
And then these, while we were kind of wandering around looking for that and looking at other things, $2 a piece. Now we already have copies of these games, but anybody who watches our videos knows that we have the travel collection, and that $2, I couldn't pass that up. So we got second copies for that collection. So, but anyway, we picked up those. All right. So Saturday morning, we knew this was going to be the busiest day of the con. So we were up early to get down there and get decent parking. We ended up wandering around the demo hall for a while, and I got into a game of Life of the Amazonia, which I had coming on Kickstarter. I knew it was actually due to arrive, ironically, today, but and it did come in. But nonetheless, I got an early play of it, and somebody taught me the rules. So yay, win-win. So I played that with 3 other people while
I watched.
You watched and wandered. So that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I'm very happy I got it in. We wandered over back to where we bought Miller Zoo, and I cannot remember the name of the booth. I feel so bad.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But anyway, we wandered back over there because we were unable the day before to get in a play of In the Footsteps of Darwin, and we really wanted to try it out. And we did, and we bought it.
Well, of course we did, because it was on my list to buy.
We bought a lot from that booth.
We bought 3 games from them.
Very interesting game. Hatchet. It was the Hatchet booth.
Hachette.
It was Hachette. I knew I'd find it. But anyway, very interesting game. It has kind of a meadow / quadropolis type of drafting from as you move around the board, only you don't have to have a specific tile to do it. You get to choose which one you want, first, second, or third in the row, and then the ship moves
that many spaces
to wherever now one of your opponents gets a selection from where that ship is, and then they get to choose, and it moves again. It just keeps going until everybody's had 12 turns.
What was it? If you had
one of the little
one of the assistants, you could move it forward or backward. One
you could manipulate it at the start of your turn. So very interesting game. Scoring is all done based on iconography and where you're putting stuff down. There are goals involved. Compasses score with your maps. It's a 20-minute game, 30-minute game. I mean, we've played games of it already
now, yes,
and once at 2-player, once at 3-player, and I don't think either one lasted more than half an hour. So really enjoyed this one.
And this is actually by Sorry We Are French.
Yes, this is by Sorry We Are French. They were,
and the person who taught it to us was very French.
Very nice guy. But yes. But anyway, that is In the Footsteps of Darwin from Sorry We Are French. Great game. I picked that one up on Saturday. I bought the Earth Playmats.
Because you got suckered into it.
I got totally suckered into
what booth was that at? Was that at Upside Games? Inside Up? Yes.
Inside Up Games. Yeah, they saw me coming.
Yeah, she got so suckered into it.
I really did, but that's okay.
And Brandon from Blue Peg Pink Peg did not help matters either.
We got to meet Brandon from Blue
Peg Pink Peg, as well as Rob Rouse from Blue Peg Pink Peg.
Which, okay.
Brandon is also from
Brawling Brothers?
Brawling Brothers, yes.
I never listened to that one. But
I did.
Okay, so short story. How this all started, and I blame Rob and Christine and Blue Peg Pink Peg for this. But a friend of mine eons ago got me into talked me into listening to podcasts at work. And the first one I found was Blue Peg Pink Peg. And I started back at episode 1 and was somewhere in the hundreds when I got Greg listening to them. And now we have a podcast
and a YouTube
channel. And do live marathons.
All kinds of multi. I always say multi-service. Why do I always say multi-service?
I have no idea. Social
networking.
There you go. So, but anyway, it was very nice meeting both of them. Matter of fact, Rob gave me this, the pink Piranha Pig, Blue Peg Pink Peg.
It's Piranha Pig.
It's Piranha Pig. I know. But it says Blue Peg Pink Peg with the Piranha Pig on it. So anyway, I got these from Inside Up Games. I also grabbed, and I've already opened these, that's why they look the way they do, but I grabbed the upgrades for Merchants of the Dark Road.
Player wagon upgrade.
Yep. So, and I'm just going to reopen them. I've already opened them, but they're just neat dual layer. And I did not realize I was talking to the designer, but when he was selling them to me, it wasn't that bad. It was hilarious. When he was selling them to me, I told him that I definitely wanted these because in my opinion,
she was criticizing the design of the game.
I did not criticize the design of the game. I just simply said that every resource management needed dual layered boards. So this was an
this game should have came with dual layer boards.
I never said that. So anyway, great game. Although the other upgrades aren't going to fit in here. I just saw that because additionally, I also bought the deluxe resources, which comes with these really cool metal horseshoes, and I already taken these out, they're already in the box, but new wagons for all the players and some other stuff. I'm not sure what these are to. I'm beginning to think they're for an expansion we don't have, but I don't know yet.
Probably.
But it has these beautiful lanterns. These beautiful lanterns, but see, the lanterns are supposed to lay flat right here.
That's why there's the little plug there.
Well, no, I don't think so, because the other lanterns would fit in there perfectly. But that's okay. And then it also comes with these little crystals too. And I don't remember what those are because we haven't played the game but once. So we'll find out.
But we have the upgrades for it.
I got. Hey, I restrained myself and did not get the metal coins.
Only because they were almost the cost of the game.
They were $40. So yeah, I did wait. Next year. So anyway,
they're going to wait that long?
Yes. So anyway, I did buy these for myself on Saturday. While we were standing there, we met Ashley, who is local. We were talking about the game and stuff. So that was fun. It was fun to talk to somebody else local. Then we wandered over to the other side of the hall, and I got talked into this one. This was another one. I saw the Kickstarter on this one a while back and I saw a playthrough of it and then meant to go check out the Kickstarter. Never did. Well, I got it anyway. So this is just a real neat, again, 4x4 grid, laying cards down, and your different animals they play off of each other in how you lay them down, whether row or column. So I'm kind of anxious to dig into this one and see exactly how it plays, because I'll have to watch that playthrough again. But I remember thinking it was really interesting the way it did it, and the artwork is beautiful.
Yep.
I love the nature artwork typically. So anyway, but we picked that one up, and then we also picked up on that day. This was my last purchase. the designer showed us the game, and it just sounded so hysterical. How could I not?
He even scribbled on the box.
He did scribble on the box for us, yes. But
supposedly it's his autograph, but it looks like somebody like just scribbled. But.
So yeah, the goal of this one is to be the last man standing. You know, as they always say, you don't have to outrun the bear, you just have to outrun your friends. So we played later that night over at the stadium.
Yep.
And I did not outrun the bear. That's okay. It was fun. This is another one I really want to play this at a full complement of 6 people. I think it would be hysterical. So, but that is Outrun the Bear. We got that. While we were, I don't remember if we bought it Friday or Saturday.
Next Station
London
with a little promo pack that came with it.
Yep. That looked really interesting.
Now they were originally Next Station Tokyo was actually the Kickstart release. I was more interested in London because I hadn't been able to play it yet. I wanted to do that before I got Tokyo.
Right.
They had London and they were teaching London. They did not have any more Tokyo. Tokyo sold out pretty quick.
Yep. So it looks interesting. Rolling right, blue orange.
I think Saturday too. At one point, you went off to do something else,
and somebody I don't remember what I was doing.
Me and Matt and Eric. So it was definitely Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, we're kind of walking through some of the rooms down on the first floor before the doors open. So it's fight the crowds as you go through, because some of the other companies had their own special room where they would do their demos, and they had some of them had where you could buy stuff at. But a guy's just walking by and says, "I have a free game," and this game, he says it's like 9 cards. I think he said.
I don't know.
And it's called Agent 99. $2.99. Yes, from DPH Games.
I don't know.
So we haven't pulled it out yet. It's the pocket game of secrecy and discovery. So we haven't opened it up yet to see exactly what it is, though. But hey, it was free.
Yeah, we'll see. Sunday we didn't do very much.
We did a little bit.
We took some games with us and started our I series for our Flamethrower collection.
We played Inka and Incan Gold.
Yep, we finally got that
First time to play Incan Gold.
We've had it for years.
Yeah.
First time playing it,
Because it's a 3+ player and there's only 2 of us.
I don't think I ever realized that was a push your luck game. And I'm learning I really like push your luck games.
And I stomped you guys.
You did. All right, so we also played. We got a play-in of Uwe Rosenberg's new game, Applejack.
So
I thought it was pretty interesting. It did not feel like an Uwe game.
Yeah, it was an interesting game. It was not a Rosenberg game.
It did not feel like
it didn't feel like any of his his polyomino games or his feed your family games. It was totally different game for him.
Yes, it was hexagons.
I think that's what affected my opinion on it. Because I would go in thinking, okay, he only makes 2 different games. Wait, what? This is not a Rosenberg game. This is nothing like any of his games.
It definitely was different. So I enjoyed it. We got in a short game of, oh my gosh, I forgot who did it. Spellbook. It was the same guy who did
Space Cowboy.
Yeah, but I thought wasn't it the same guy who did Summer Camp?
Yeah.
Phil Walker Harding. It was a Phil Walker Harding game. So we got in a play of his new game. Actually, we got in a couple rounds of a play.
Yeah, it was a demo.
It was a demo, a very short demo of Spellbook, which I really enjoyed. I did not win the demo.
It was sold out.
It was sold out, of course. So I'm looking forward to that one getting its full release. At that point, we decided to call it a day. I think I was peopled out. I think I had gotten cut off one too many times, and I was kind of done.
Yeah.
So we decided to just 2:00 in the afternoon. We called it a day. Jeff had already left to go home. We came home that afternoon, and we spent the rest of the day just playing games here in the game room, where it was quiet, and the food was free.
Oh, we forgot about this one.
Oh, I'm sorry. We did forget about that.
We went back and buy miniature mark. You went. We went to All Play.
Yeah.
Because Matt was wanting to check out about some of the shells. And while we were there, I was like, I I'm going to go over to.
You just cruised through Miniature Market and
went over Miniature Market, and I saw this like, wait a minute, is that really that game? But yeah, it's Manhattan Project 2, Minutes to Midnight. It's a pretty hard game to find, is what I hear. $12. So I was like going, oh yeah, but so yeah, $12. I couldn't pass it up, so picked it up. It's been on my list for a while too. So.
Yep. All right. Well, that is everything we bought. There were a lot of hot games that we either didn't want or didn't make it in time. Because I mean, obviously, Lorcana was the big one. Right. No question about it. Lorcana was the big one. Yeah. Last Light was really hot. They only came in with 25 per day. So they only came with 100 copies. And it sold out within
congratulations to Roy.
Right. Lost Ruins of Arnak expansion, which we did get, was very hot. World Wonders was really hot. It sold out. I was told it sold out the first day.
Well, I heard it sold out in a couple hours, but I know I've seen it later that day.
I don't know. I know we wandered back through there a couple times and they were almost out. Sea Salt and Paper sold out very shortly after we picked these up.
Forbidden Island, Forbidden
Desert. I even wrote Desert. Jungle.
Forbidden Jungle, they rationed out a certain amount per day.
And sold out.
And they sold out every day of their rations.
Sky Team was a big one.
It sold out, I think, in the first or second day.
That was
That was when I wanted to take a look at, and then I understood what the game was about. I was like, well, that kind of just sounds ridiculous, but it was a big hit.
It was a big hit, and we like co-ops. I don't know if I like the limited communication, though. So, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll play it someday. But yeah, overall, great. I felt like there were a lot more. I mean, there's always a lot of board game booths.
Yes.
That just kind of goes without saying.
There was a lot of RPGs.
There were a lot more RPGs than I remember seeing in previous years.
There was a lot. Yeah. A lot of brand new ones, too.
Yeah. I was very happy to see that.
I mean, because Pathfinder was there and they had their huge booths as normal, but there was a lot. They were kind of
scattered throughout, which they always are.
There was a lot of them, especially over in the you know what I'm talking about. Entrepreneurs Avenue. There was a lot of them over there.
Yeah. A lot of dice booths today, too.
A whole lot of dice booths there this
year. My gosh, lots of dice
Usually
booths.
It's just Castle
the two big ones,
and Chessex. There's usually the two that's there. And then every once in a while you'll see some custom ones. But this one, it was like every corner you turned or every row you went down, there was a dice company.
So
it seemed like a lot more costume booths too.
A lot more costume booths. Normal. I felt like I did not know, and the only reason we even knew about this, and I guess they've always done this, but they actually had a craft room where you could go in there and you could have people teach you how to do certain crafts, which I thought was really neat. Gosh, 10 years ago, I'd have loved something like that, but I don't do a lot of crafting anymore.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly how long they've been doing that.
I don't know. But I know our
But I remember seeing that on a few of them that when we were actually doing events.
Okay. Yeah, because our sister-in-law's sister was running a crochet class, a couple crochet classes. She had a great time. So I hope it was successful for her. So, but yeah, we met lots of local people. We met a gentleman who helps run one of the local Facebook groups when we went to demo Cosmoctopus. Was that the name of it?
Cosmoctopus.
Okay. I can't remember if that was the name of the game or not. So, but he was real nice and we talked with him for a while. It was a great weekend.
Yeah.
Exhausting weekend.
I think Jeff was really overcome by it.
I think Jeff and Matt both were.
They weren't sure what to expect. Well, and I think it was even more than what they expect.
Yes. And we've been going to Gen Con since 2014 because we're from Indy. So it was the most obvious choice. We didn't have to pay for hotels. But so I never really thought about how overwhelming it could be to somebody who's never been to one of these larger events. And then this past year, we've been to the retreat a couple times. And last March, we got to go to Dice Tower West, which was a very small event, only a few thousand people, and a huge difference. And
big difference.
And I've been listening to a lot of people saying, yes, Gen Con is more of your purchasing. You don't get to do a lot of playing, whereas some of these others, you do more playing. And then I started going back through our records and I'm thinking, yeah, you're right. We really didn't play that many games.
No. Well, we didn't sign up for any events this year because we were hosting two people that had never gone. So we wanted to make sure our availability was there and kind of show them around as much as we could. But next year, if we go, we'll probably be doing more events again.
All right, so quick questions that I wanted to kind of, a couple little things. Any hidden gems you discovered this round today, this con?
Well, I wouldn't call the Miller Zoo a hidden gem because I think it was already known.
I had never heard of it till he showed me his list. So I'm going with that one.
She doesn't watch it as much as
nope.
I do. But I would have to say Town Hall.
Oh, Town Builder?
Town Builder, yeah.
Yes. This was, I was surprised at this one.
Again, I'd never heard of it. Yeah. And I just seen him sitting there shuffling a stack of cards. I'm like going, okay, we'll play. And then as we played, I was like, this is actually really fun. It's really cool.
Is. So, yeah, I really enjoyed this one. It was good. So, yeah. Now, I would agree. I would agree with this one. I would agree with Miller Zoo. I'm looking down here.
And the Footsteps of Darwin was really fun.
I was really surprised at that one too. So yeah, so that's a couple hidden gems there. Favorite purchases.
Favorite purchases. I would have to say either Outrun was
Outrun was a lot of fun.
I think what made it fun is that the designer was actually teaching us, and he was. It wasn't just a teach; it was a sales pitch, big time sales pitch, and it was great.
Yes.
So if I had to take a favorite one, I enjoyed being sold this game.
Yes. Yes. I really enjoyed.
I kind of liked that.
That
was just hilarious.
That was funny
because they suckered her, and Matt didn't help either because he was there. He kind of helped them sell this to her.
Yeah. Oh, well,
I mean, when the person is trying to sell it, oh, come on, you're going to want to buy it anyway. You're going to leave her and wish you had picked it up. And she's like, fine. And did they give something else to you with that? I thought they added something to it, and you said, fine, that sold it.
I don't remember. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway. All right. And now, game demo that is now on your must-buy list.
Games demo that is now on my must-buy list.
That we didn't already buy.
I wouldn't say it's much that we wouldn't have already bought.
Well, that we haven't already bought.
Because Cosmoctopus, we had a short demo from Bill, but we didn't play it.
Right.
He taught us, he sold me on the game, and then says, sorry, we're sold out. And I'm like, But yeah, that's definitely going on. It was already on a possible sell list. Must-have buy list. Now it's on it.
I can't ever remember the name of this game. I don't know why. Spellbook.
Spellbook, yes. You like Spellbook
really
a lot. It's a good game.
Yeah, I really liked that one. But yeah, like I said, overall great year. Very crowded year. Would we do it again? More local? Yeah, probably. I say that like it's not going to happen. It'll happen. We'll do it again.
Yeah.
But anyway, that is it for our Gen Con wrap-up. We rambled way too long.
Yes, we did.
As we always do. Hopefully I can... Whatever. Anyway.
Until then, we'll see you at the next one.